his nickname ought to be Service.
To serve Tennessee is my main pleasure in life. I did my federal service. I volunteered, Army, World War II, never got shot at, but I was there 2.5 years. But having done the federal service, I said, well, I want the rest of my life to be devoted to my state, and that's what I've done.
Senator Douglas Self Henry has spent nearly half a century serving the people of Nashville and Tennessee. When he retires at the close of the 108th General Assembly, he will conclude an extraordinary chapter in Tennessee politics.
As soon as I got elected, I figured I wasn't just supposed to represent my district. I am, of course, but the whole state pays my salary, and I regard myself as a Tennessean, always have, always will. So I've thought about myself really as having a statewide responsibility, and that's the way I felt ever since to today.
He was born in Nashville on May 18, 1926. His grandfather was one of the founding members and CEO of the famous National Life and Accident Insurance Company. His father would become general counsel for the company and actually served in the state senate in the 1920s. Young Douglas attended school in Nashville and at Macaulay in Chattanooga, and then earned his law degree from Vanderbilt University. His political career began when he ran for state representative in 1952. Mr. Henry was defeated in that election, but was successful in his bid in 1954. During that 2-year term, his father brought him in as a lawyer at National Life, and he would remain there until his service in the Senate began with his election in 1970. At that same time, John Wilder became Speaker of the Senate, and he would choose Senator Henry to be his chairman of the Finance, Ways, and Means Committee, a position he held until Ron Ramsey became Speaker in 2007. And throughout his career, even with his roots based in downtown Nashville, Senator Henry has always held and supported the strong values of rural Tennesseans.
The man or woman who lives and works on his own piece of ground, just like Thomas Jefferson said, makes the best citizen. And I'd like for Tennessee to reflect the values of those who make the best citizens. And that's the way I look at the rural people. No derogation of the fine folks around Nashville, where I'm grown up with, I represent. But I'd rather our state reflect the values of those who work the land than those who pay rent and work for a check. That's just the way I feel. Always have.
And Senator Henry has continued to support legislation over the years that reflect those values. He was instrumental in helping to establish a state policy on many issues important to Farm Bureau, most notably protecting the state fair, the boll weevil eradication program, eminent domain, the right to farm, and the Greenbelt law.
If you all, representing whom you do, and taking the positions that you do at your annual meeting where all your members participate, think a certain thing is good for Tennessee, I'd have to be mighty smart to outguess you. You're in a better position to know what's good for the whole state, representing the whole state as you do, than am I. That's the best way to put it.
I suppose of all the organizations that come to see us, the Farm Bureau, in my opinion, stands for those things that are wholesome and good for the state of Tennessee.
After his retirement, Senator Henry plans to spend more time with Lolly, his wife of 64 years, and their 6 children, 12 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. And for this Jeffersonian Democrat and true Southern gentleman, there's been no greater champion for the state of Tennessee than Senator Douglas Henry. And because of his dedication and outstanding service to our state and country, Farm Bureau recognizes his achievements and congratulates him on a job well done.
To have the landed people of Tennessee say what you're saying about a man who's philosophical hero is Thomas Jefferson, the architect of liberty. And it's going to take me a while to get used to it. But to be honest, I can't sit here and tell you right now. It's something I would never imagine. That's the best I can do.